everyone. So today I'm going to be talking a little bit and sharing my thoughts about the Luminous Air. Now this is also kind of like a demo slash tutorial. It pretty much is putting your face together using the Luminous Air. It is not necessarily a complete tutorial because I had already, when I started doing the demo, my eyes were already completely done. I just didn't want it to make it like a complete tutorial where it was going to take up too much time, and I basically just wanted to show you guys how to use the Luminous Air. And I know that the techniques that are being used now by makeup artists is not something that you can do with just the whole airbrush kit. At least I feel like you can, especially doing the contour and the highlighting. You have to use like 2 different other shades, so sometimes that kind of can get tricky because you may want to be using the airbrush kit, but you also want to have that nice contoured and highlighted look. So I'm basically doing the demo, demonstrating the whole process of me going from like with the Luminous Air and then applying like highlight and concealer and stuff, how you can actually use it and still be able to use the techniques that are being used right now in makeup, in the makeup world. So the kit came in pretty much in a box like this, and I ended up getting, this is like your own personal one that you use on yourself. So I ended up getting mine, and mine was the pink one. I ended up getting the pink. They have a silver one and a pink top, I believe, and then they have a teal one, but I like it to be kind of black. But I mean, it's your choice. This is what I chose, and I just ended up with the pink one. And it comes with the complete kit. You get with the whole thing, and then you get another one. You get to choose the kind of the shade that you are. They give you pictures of like different models, and then you pretty much kind of figure out where your shade is, and they'll send you 2 different types, one neutral and one not neutral, I'm sorry, one olive and one pink undertone, so yellow and pink. Usually the odd ones are the yellow undertones, and the even number are pink undertones. Now I'll show you right now. This one is number 7, so that one, number 7, shade number 7, and shade number 5 would be a yellow undertone. I can't find number 5. So you can't really, based on the colors here, like you can't really tell if that's your color. You have to actually apply it on, and you only need a couple drops, and it's very buildable. If you feel like you need more coverage, you can do so. Just apply a little more drops in this little area right here. I would call this a spout, but I'm not sure what it's called. So you would actually drop a few more shades in there, or not shades, drops of the foundation, and then apply it on. Now it does go on matte, at least the one that I have, because I'm very oily. It goes on completely matte. There is one that is kind of like the normal one, natural looking luminous foundation, and you can choose that one as well. Then it also comes with a blush, so blush, and then a brightening glow, and a primer. And the other one is I believe that's just another color. Yeah, shade number 8, which I'm not that color, and shade number 6. These ones are the pink undertones, and I would not be able to wear these, otherwise I would look very ashy. So you just kind of have to figure out how, and it comes with a DVD, so you can actually watch it and learn how to apply and use the airbrush kit. It is very easy, and I will be showing you a demo on how to do it just in a few seconds. So this one is basically designed for you to use daily. If you have oily skin, this would be something good for you to wear, because it pretty much airbrush, when you do the airbrush, it kind of really grabs on, and it grabs on your skin, and it's not completely where it's not so much that it looks cakey. So you're gonna get the coverage that you need, because you can always apply a little bit more. You can build up on it, and you don't have patchy looking skin or you don't have cake face. So it's just another way of actually applying foundation. And I've always wanted to try to do airbrush in all my clients as well, but I just never had. Like, everything's just foundations now. You do with foundations, you highlight and contour using foundations or concealers, and I just never actually done airbrush. But now that I'm doing it and everything, it seems like this would be something that I would want to draw myself on a daily basis. So I hope you guys enjoy the little tutorial slash demo, and I'll see you guys on the next video. I'm going to begin by applying 2 to 3 drops of the primer into the gun, and I'm going to be applying it all over my face. I know my skin is not in the perfect condition. It has not been for the last year or so. I have been going to major breakouts and I'm trying to get that under control. But anyway, let's get going with the video. Enough about my skin problems. I'm going to be applying 1 coat of the primer, and then I'm going to be going over with foundation. I'm going to be going over my troubled areas and concealing. You want to make sure that you have it a little bit separated from your face. You don't want it too close. You just want to be able to get that little breeze of foundation on your face, and you will definitely feel a little mist coming out. So here I'm only going to be doing one side of my face just to show you the difference. This is only 1 layer. So the very next thing that I'm going to do is apply concealer to the under eye area, and I did apply a little bit in the troubled zones on my face that I had a little bit of dark spots, and I did not want to go over with more of the airbrush, so I just applied a little bit just to contrast the color. So I'm going to be using my beauty blender to just blend everything out. You want a smooth finish, especially when using an airbrush. This one goes on very naturally, so you want your concealer to not be so dramatic and not be too heavy either. You want it all to look very uniform. Now moving on to step number 5, you want to make sure that all that under eye area is pretty much set. You don't want it to move or crease, so just go ahead and set it. You can actually bake it if you want, which is exactly what I'm doing here now. I'm actually applying a little bit of an excessive amount, and that's only because I want it to really set there and look highlighted. The next step is to contour. I'm using Give Me Sun by MAC. This is a nice bronzy color. It's not too dark. It is just enough warmth to really give some warmth to the face. Now I did not set the rest of my face just because I didn't want it to look very cakey. Plus this Luminous Air foundation is already in a matte formula, so you don't really need to set it. So I'm just gonna chisel out and give myself a little nose job, and then chisel out my cheeks, and that's pretty much, you know, the basic contouring technique. Because I'm going to be changing into a blush color, I'm going to be applying a few drops of water and then actually spraying out the water into a napkin, just because I want to make sure it's clean and there is no leftover foundation, because I'm going to be transitioning into blush now. So this is the apricot shade that came in the kit, and I'm applying 2 to 3 drops, and I'm going to go ahead and start just focusing it right on my cheekbones. I want that nice glowy looking skin. I want that color to just be right on my cheekbone, so that's where you're going to be applying most of it. And as you can see, you'll be able to tell that you can see the color going on. It looks so nice. The final step is adding 2 to 3 drops of the illuminator and applying a small layer over the face, and this is what's going to give you that nice natural looking skin. I'm just finishing off by applying a little bit of gold shade underneath the lash line, and then just finishing on my lips, and I'm done.